It has not gone well over the last few months. Ever since my 5k PB back in June of a 17:03, I've got nowhere near. 1911, 1841, 1840, couple of 17:33s and an 18:10. And whatever the reason this has happened, I am back at the home of fast parkrun running in the UK, Battersea Park. Let's go see if I can break into the 1720s or quicker again. First tip for all of you, if you turn up to Battersea Park looking for a good time, you need to arrive 15-20 minutes early. I got there 5 minutes before, and as you can see, I'm absolutely miles back. I pushed my way through quite a few people, but still couldn't get anywhere near the front, and now I'm having to run along on the uneven grass and mud on the side of the path, which I think they tell you not to do. Sorry about that one, lads. But I am managing to fly along at 3:05 a kilometre to make up those 7 or 8 seconds I lost before I even got to the start line. But at least the legs are feeling nice and springy, nice and punchy. Let's make our way up behind some rapid bastards to steal their toe as you see the leaders flying out on the left of the screen. Have to be nice and careful here not to just stick my nose in where it doesn't belong, and then I can accelerate out. And am I gonna have to go onto the mud again in a second to get past these people? Nope, we're going along at a nice 320 to 325 at the moment. That will absolutely do. Getting a few overtakes done. 400 metres in, 600 metres in. It's runners galore, feeling strong, picking them off one by one. But as we settle on 330 per kilometre, which is 17:30 pace, am I going to just try and stick with orange top, turquoise top, and the yellow top on the right of me? Continue to push that pace into the 320s, which I haven't done for 3 or 4 months. And it looks like push that pace is the option I'm going for. A beautiful crown-sized gap opens up in the middle, and I go through it. Brief surge towards 315 per kilometre, approaching the end of this first K. And there is that first K, a respectable 329. And I've got the decision to make. Do I try and evenly split this with a big kick at the end to get towards that 1720, maybe 17 teens of some kind? Or do I just try and pick the pace up K by K, where I won't have as big a kick at the end, but that might be the better option as I move on behind our next victim. And we flash on by very quickly. Looks like we do mean business today. Let's hope we don't regret those 7 or 8 seconds lost at the start. 1.2k right behind turquoise top and black vest, and going to overtake them, moving up to 320 per kilometre. Obviously still feeling all right. Can I just keep working my way up one by one? If I can, I'm on for a brilliant time today. Heart rate isn't too high yet, 168, 7 or so beats away from my threshold. Let's just keep at it. Another one bites the dust. 1.5k in, and the pace I'm going at right now, 325, 330, isn't closing down the guy ahead and the pack a little bit further on than that, but I'm trying not to panic at all. Just keep going at this effort, and people will hopefully fall towards us. Thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, as I turned left around the final corner, down the home straight, I very quickly, as I approached the end of this second K, just started feeling really not myself. My heart rate wasn't high at all, 172, 173. That's where it should be at this point in a 5k. This is absolutely fine. I've had it into the 180s almost at this point before and held on till the end. But quickly I noticed my average pace just dropping very, very quickly. The second kilometre was still an alright 333, as I had felt fairly strong for at least 600 metres of this kilometre, but I'd already started slowing to 335. You can see on the lifetime, 340 there. It's a little bit up and down in Battersea with all the trees, but I just knew that people were getting away from me, and people that I'd overtaken were now right on my shoulder. Hopefully this is just a bad spell and we can ride it out. Not really sure what those noises are. They're like not death coughs, but they're like just strange mini death coughs. High Vis Top comes through now, and I decide I'm just going to stick with him best I can. We're almost at the end of the first lap, pretty much going through the first lap here, and then the finishing funnel is when we turn left in a second, so almost only a lap to go. Can I at least try and hold mid 330s here? But I was feeling like stopping pretty much every second. It all turned wrong very, very quickly. There's the finishing funnel on the left, just a lap to go, but I don't feel like I'm going to make it, but I'm just trying to cling on to High Vis Top. This guy comes through again, and Turquoise Top is back. Oh, what a humbling day. Oh, there's someone else coming through now. Just bend me over, lads. I remember thinking, what's this chap doing with a box full of I don't know what? And then I just stopped. Disbelief. And I just sort of trotted home, feeling very sorry for myself. What a bloody fraud. First time I've ever walked off at Parkrun. I've walked quite a few times, but I've never walked off. The 2.7k of that third kilometre, I did manage to finish. It was at 340 speed. Sigh.
Well, that was absolutely fucking shite, wasn't it? Complete blow up, but it's 2 weeks later now, and I want to have a go at maybe not doing a complete 5k, but trying to do a 5k speed for around 3k, hopefully getting towards 2 miles to try and maybe get a 2 mile PB, which I think currently in my 17:03 Parkrun PB, I went through in 10:50 like 5 or something, which was like 3:23 a kilometre or something around that. If I can just get around 3k at a really solid 5k effort where I feel like I could have got to the end, even though I don't want to go to the end. I mean, maybe I'll try and go to the end, but we'll see how I'm feeling. Whereas in that last run, I was averaging 3:35 a kilometre or something like that, way off my PB, feeling absolutely bloody awful. I've not had any night shifts for the last 2 weeks. I've been on annual leave. And I've got night shifts tonight, and I'm not going to be able to do a 5k for a little while now. We do have the Hastings half in 9-10 days time that me, Will and Damo are doing, so that'll be the next big race. But I just want to see how the fitness is feeling at 5k effort without, you know, completely destroying my legs in an all-out 5k, but it's going to be pretty close to all-out effort, but maybe only doing to around 3k-ish, hopefully 2 miles. Let's go see how we do.
Ah, the Hayes Park of Dreams, place of 3k PBs and 1 mile PBs. Can I lay down a good amount of 5k effort in the low 320s, so quite a bit quicker than I even managed to go for a couple of k during that Battersea 5k when I was feeling alright to begin with. I'm going to go even quicker today towards my 5k PB speed, which is 325 per kilometre. I've had 2 weeks of training since where I've not done any intervals or anything. I've just been doing steady efforts, marathon pace efforts, quite a lot of hill work, as Hastings is very hilly for that half marathon. It's very bloody windy on this side of my park loop, which definitely won't help, but with a bit of a reset, not chasing any silly intervals for a while. Oh, there's me saying this is fucking shit on one side, going well already, but look at the top, I'm going at 315 per kilometre, powering into that headwind, and it will be a tailwind very shortly on the other side. 600 metres in, coming round the other side to enjoy the tailwind, and I always prefer when the wind's coming from the east, pushing me up the very slight incline that's in this park. It's around 2 or 3 metres, but when you're absolutely sending it, you get a massive headwind and a little bit of an incline. It really does feel horrible, but we're being blown up the tiny hill at the moment. 315 per kilometre. I've hit 170 heart rate way quicker than before, but I'm going way quicker than before, and I probably feel fairly similar because I felt pretty good in that first K before, but we are going around 10 seconds quicker at the moment per kilometre. Approaching 1 lap completed of this 900 metre park loop. So to do a whole 5k, it's 5.5 laps roughly of this park. And there, look at that, through 1k, a 320. I think that speed means any hope of holding this for 5k today are very unlikely, because I'd have to really dig by myself. I don't really want to. Not enjoying the wind again. I sort of thought to myself, if I was holding 325s and felt all right in the 4th kilometre and I only would have to send it in the 5th kilometre, I might hang on in to try and get somewhere near my 5k PB, but wasn't expecting it. But the legs just felt so juicy. 320s at the moment weren't feeling too bad, apart from into this headwind. So the aim of holding on to 3.2k for a 2-mile PB was still very much there. Around a 322, 323 average would be needed for that. Heart rate spiking pretty high to 180 into that headwind though, but I honestly didn't feel like it was quite that high. And 1.4k out of that headwind, it had come back down to 175. Middle of this 2nd K, I'd again say I felt very similar to last time, just going so much quicker. Around here, managing to pick it up again slightly, 305 a kilometre. That's probably a little bit dubious, but I'm definitely going at a fast rate of knots. Oh, let's not run into the tricycle. We're through safely, 1 mile into this time trial. And we also safely navigate running into someone with a skateboard. Coming up for 2 laps of the park so far, going along at 320 per kilometre. Heart rate fairly high. The breathing's, fairly high, but I felt pretty comfortable. At least comfortable enough because I knew that I was going quite quickly. Running is obviously such a mental game. I'm sure if I was going along at 340 per kilometre feeling like this, I'd just fucking walk off again. But because I know I'm very close to my 5k PB speed, if not a bit quicker, I'm continuing on feeling all right as I once again peak towards 180 heart rate. 2nd kilometre at 323, 3 seconds slower than before, but still quicker than 17 flat pace, which is, I believe, 324 per kilometre. It's certainly beginning to get pretty hard, but as I go through halfway in 8:25, double that, I'm on actually 1650 pace, so of course it's going to bloody start to hurt a little bit. But it's not agony by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a real shame this isn't at Parkrun or at a race, because I feel like I could definitely have PB'd today. And I'm still tossing up in my mind, do I just absolutely send it and try and PB just by myself running around a park with all the locals thinking, what is this bloody moron doing? 2.9k, and look, I'm still 315, 320 per kilometre, but as I hit the headwind here, I think this was when I sort of realised, the effort in this final 2k to keep at 325 per kilometre or quicker is just the amount of fatigue that I'm probably going to get from that is just maybe too much. A few death coughs are coming as well. Then I really want to go to with a big half marathon coming up in 9 or 10 days. And that 3rd K was only a second slower than the previous one, exactly on 17 flat pace. So if I did continue, I had around 10 seconds in my pocket to still go sub 17. But is that wise sounding like that? 325 per kilometre still, could I just send it? No, I make the sensible decision to stop at 2 miles with a cheeky 2-mile PB by 4 seconds. What do I have to say for myself?
Pretty happy with that. I think that's a 2-mile PB. I think in a race, I can get to the end there, it's going to hurt a lot. But I don't want to go absolutely in the well for a PB just running around by myself. But yeah, I went through halfway there in 8. What was it? I think like 8:20, yeah. So on pace for 16:40. I probably would have dropped some time definitely in that fourth K. I think I would have got sub 17, so just need to do it for real when I finally get a good parkrun weekend or 5k race.
Beautiful. What a sight. So thank you everyone for watching. The big one, the Hastings Half 2025 me versus D Mills, is on Sunday the 8th of October. It's going to be huge. Will is going to try and break 1:30 in the half marathon for the first time, maybe by quite a long way. Do not miss it. It will be out in the days afterwards. I've got 2 days of annual leave afterwards, so it will be out thick and fast. We will see you then.